Time in its history, the world's premier kickboxing promotion comes to China for Glory Super Fight Series Guangzhou. On the banks of the Pearl River, the ancient city of Guangzhou plays host to some of the best stand-up fighters on the planet and the very best of Chinese kickboxing talent, including Xing Haomeng versus Germany's Pascal Schroth, Lei Shi versus Pechpanamaronkiap Mukau of Thailand, Shanghai Jia versus Alan Scheinson of Argentina, and Hong Sing Kong in action. And in a special headline super fight, MMA legend, Brazilian, Antonio Bigfoot Silva challenges the undisputed king of kickboxing, Glory heavyweight champion, Rico Verhoeven. Verhoeven has little left to prove, but could the mammoth Brazilian be the first to halt the Dutchman's record 13-fight Glory win streak? We'll find out on Glory Super Fight Series Guangzhou. History is made. Glory has made it to mainland China. We are in Guangzhou with a population of over 30 million people, and what a night it is going to be. Welcome inside the beautiful Guangzhou Gymnasium. My name is Todd Grisham, alongside the former welterweight champion of the world, Joseph Valtellini, as well as Whitney Miller. And Joe, let's start with you. What does it mean that Glory has arrived in the world's most populous country?
Well, China has a huge history in martial arts, and one of our role models and inspirations, Bruce Lee, actually trained and grew up here near Guangzhou.
That's right, and you can see that martial arts is really a part of everyday life. You walk through any of the beautiful parks and almost everybody is practicing Tai Chi.
They've got samurai swords out there. It's just become a part of the culture here, so I know how excited people are. Joe, give us 3 things to watch for tonight as far as the card itself.
Well, the card is designed to have China versus the world, so we're going to see how good these Chinese stand-up fighters are. The second thing we're looking for is we're going to have a full stand-up bout for the first time here in Glory, and there's a little bit of differences in the rules, including throws, but we'll get more to that later. And finally, Bigfoot Silva versus Rico. Can Bigfoot Silva land his power punches to stop the king of kickboxing?
Incredibly, we've got 7 total fights for you here on the Glory Super Fight Series. And Whitney, I know one jumps out to you right away.
It certainly does. We have the female fighters fighting tonight. We have Jia Lu, who is one of the top Samba fighters here in China, versus Zaza Soar-Ari, who's one of the top Muay Thai fighters in Thailand. Both have impeccable records. Both are extremely talented fighters. It's going to be a great one.
That's right. 2 different styles. We'll see how they merge and mesh together in the kickboxing ring. Joe, but everyone wants to talk about that main event. The world is watching Rico versus Bigfoot. What do you expect to see?
Well, it's going to be Rico trying to keep this fight technical. He's got to be defensive. Bigfoot has huge hands, and shaking his hands, you just see how big his hands are, and you know there's a lot of power. So Rico's got to stay defensive, and I see Rico really trying to utilize his low kicks in this one.
All right, here we go. Let's make history, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to start Glory Super Fight Series. Big crowd on hand here in Guangzhou at the gymnasium. And tonight we are ready to rock and roll. Todd Grisham, Joseph Valtellini now sitting ringside, getting set for 7 fights here. That's 14 fighters ready to go. We have no time to breathe. Let's get this party started. We send it into the ring now, and Tim Hughes.
Ni hao, Ju! Ni hao, team! Glory Sports International, the world's premier kickboxing organization, brings the Super Fight Series to beautiful Guangzhou, China.
现场电视机前以及网络端的观众朋友们，大家晚上好！我们是在中国广州体育馆，正在为您呈现的是荣耀格斗世界第一站立式格斗大赛。
Guangzhou Gymnasium, Glory, 准备好了吗？ Our first bout of the evening, 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's lightweight division. And first to make his way to the Glory ring, please welcome Pascal Schroth.
首先，我们要进行的是一场70公斤级自由搏击的超级战。 率先出场的黑方选手来自德国，他就是帕斯卡施罗斯。
We are in the biggest country in the world based on population, so we do everything big here in China. Why not have two ring announcers? And here comes Pascal Stroth, who has perhaps one of the most non-creative nicknames of all time. He is known as the German Joe.
Yeah, and that's because obviously he's born in Germany, but now lives in Phuket, Thailand, where he spent the last 3 years. And he's actually a coach in Thailand teaching kickboxing over Muay Thai.
Now making his way to the glory ring, Meng.
接下来要迎战他的对手来自中国，绰号阻击手，他就是孟庆恒。
Meng, 1-0 in Glory Joe, and one of the most popular fighters in China right now, has a huge following on social media. He's known as a Chinese heartthrob. I had more than one young lady come up to me and ask if they could meet Meng. They love this guy.
Yeah, he's one of the most popular Sanda fighters here, and you're going to hear me say it a lot with the Chinese fighters who practice Sanda, which is a form of Chinese kickboxing. A few different rules in Sanda, but Meng is one that's adapted to the kickboxing rules really well.
Here is our tale to take for our opening bout. It is Meng versus Pascal Stroth out of Germany, and the German will have a 3-inch height advantage and a 3.5-inch reach edge.
The German also has the advantage in professional experience, 54 fights to 14 of Meng.
Here are the Glory rules, ladies and gentlemen. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round or 4 in the fight will result in a TKO.
Glory scoring is based on the following prioritized criteria, starting with knockdowns, cumulative damage inflicted, number of clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges are looking at aggressiveness. Tonight in Guangzhou, 5 judges will be scoring the belt using the 10-point must system. So the scores will be shown after each round, so the fighters and everyone at home will know how the fight is going.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters. He weighed in at 153 pounds, 69.4 kilos. Fighting out of Germany by way of Phuket, Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Pascal, the German Stroth.
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1米85，年龄24岁，来自德国，绰号德国战车，他就是帕斯卡施罗斯。
Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.78 meters, he weighed in at 153.5 pounds, 69.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Jiangsu province of China. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sniper, Meng.
他的对手身高1米78，年龄26岁，来自中国，绰号阻击手，他就是孟庆恒。
Your referee for this contest, Atsushi Onari.
场上裁判阿什素师欧纳瑞。
So here we go. It's the sniper versus the German, Qinghao Meng, who won his first fight in Glory. He's 1-0, but said he wasn't happy with that performance. Felt like he wasn't at 100%. Says he is tonight and wants to end this as soon as possible. The German wearing the black gloves, Qinghao Meng in the white.
You're going to see Pascal using a little bit more forward attacking, whereas Meng's really good at counter fighting. Here's Meng coming forward.
I want to thank those of you in the United States who got up very early to watch this. Of course, it's a little after 6 a.m. there. It is a little after 6 p.m. here in Guangzhou. You're watching on UFC Fight Pass in over 180 countries around the world. Meng with a body kick there and then a left hook. You can hear the reaction from this Chinese crowd too.
Meng's very explosive. That's what Sanda emphasizes. They like to use a lot of speed. So let's see if Meng can utilize some of that.
Meng, true to his word, has been very aggressive here in the beginning stages. A nice left hook as Meng goes in again.
Yeah, he countered off with Pascal's kicks really well.
We asked Pascal Schroth what he knew about Meng. He said not much, didn't watch any tape on him. Doesn't matter what he does, I'm gonna do my thing, and I always do pretty well.
He's fought quite often in China too. I think this is his 12th fight. So he's very familiar with the way the scoring is here, and he knows he really has to push the pace.
Schroth has had 54 bouts, only 12 losses.
Break.
Nice knee, followed up there by a high kick from Meng.
Meng doesn't let you hit him without hitting him back, so you're going to see he counters right back immediately. Landing some good punches there.
And so far, the reach advantage has not been much of an advantage for Schroth as Meng continues to get inside.
He's good at staying long or staying inside. He doesn't stay in punch range.
Nice uppercut by Meng.
But Schroth's using some good knees as Meng's coming in. Trying an uppercut there.
Like you said, Meng can't afford to become too predictable, just charging in after every break.
Meng looks like he's trying to set up some spinning kick or a spinning back fist.
Now Schroth having some success.
He's picking up the pace.
And a very entertaining opening round here from Guangzhou, China. And let's get to know our fighters a little bit better, starting with Qinghao Meng, Joe.
And Qinghao Meng is a member of the Beijing Armed Police Sanda squad. He also has a northern style of Kung Fu and Sanda kickboxing, so that's why you see a lot of his quick footwork and punch combinations.
He is the 26-year-old, and according to those Chinese members of the Glory staff, they say he is the most popular fighter on the card tonight from China. As for Pascal Schroth.
Yeah, the German there, like I said, was from, now lives in Phuket in Thailand. So he's been training there, dedicated his life to it, and he's a kickboxing coach. So teaching kickboxing to the Muay Thai community.
Said he went to Thailand 3 years ago with only $300 in his pocket and a pair of boxing gloves, and things have turned out pretty well for him.
Ready.
Round 2, scheduled for 3. Who'd you give round 1 to, Joe?
I gave it to Meng, but we'll find out very shortly who the judges gave it to with the open scoring. But Meng just is landing more, countering a little bit better. But the judges disagree with me.
Interesting scorecards, and these are the real scores, ladies and gentlemen. So Schroth won round 1.
They must be valuing that aggressiveness that he's bringing. He keeps coming forward, regardless what Mung's throwing at him. Landed a good low kick there.
Outside low kick from Schroth.
Definitely picking it up, putting more combinations together.
And it seemed like Mung expended a lot of energy in that first round as well. Hard to keep up that type of pace. Check there from Schroth. You can see the total strikes. A bit surprising, it didn't feel like that. And a right hand connects from Schroth. And it buckled Mung's knees for a second.
He's mixing in some good punches and knees with those long legs. Very easy for him to bring those knees to the head.
Nice left there that connected from Schroth. Springboards off the ropes.
Schroth's turning southpaw. That's why he landed that left kick, left straight. He's trying to change it up on Mung.
Are you impressed by what you've seen from the German so far?
He's doing well. I felt he started slow, but it seemed like he was just getting the timing, trying to weather that quick explosiveness of Mung. But now he just keeps coming forward, finding his combinations. Well, I like that. He's southpaw now.
He told us he was in phenomenal condition, and so far, Schroth certainly looks the part. There's a right hand from Mung as Schroth takes a few steps back.
So usually what happens when an orthodox fighter turns southpaw, sometimes the punch defense is a little off because you're not used to catching punches from that side. So immediately he turned back to orthodox. He's loving that front kick, Pascal.
There was the spinning back fist that you said he was setting up about a round and a half ago.
Yeah, you can tell by the front foot, Mung keeps stepping across, and that's usually the sign of a spin attack coming.
Schroth can get that foot up pretty high.
Mung can't hold that leg. He's got to immediately throw a strike.
GloryShop.com has all the latest in Glory merchandise at the click of a button. Now available a wide assortment of Glory t-shirts and more. Wear the gloves that the fighters are wearing. Shop now at GloryShop.com.
A couple of the looks from that round. Nice right hook from Schroth. Landed some good knees. I really like how he's mixing in his kicks and his knees and his straight punches. Here's some action from Mung. Mung's doing really well when he finds the energy to come forward. But it seemed like he expended a lot of energy in those first 2 rounds.
Sitting here ringside, it felt like Schroth had a better round 2, but the judges disagreed with the way we saw round 1. So let's see what the open scoring says now as we head into the 3rd and final round here. They'll hug it out, and I think they headbutted it by accident.
Most damaging strike of the fight. Nice low kick.
And a knee from Schroth, who's really coming on strong here in round 3.
Just keeps mixing his stances, so Mung is confused of which kick's coming.
There's no doubt which fighter this crowd wants to see win, as they roar their approval every time Mung lands a strike.
Schroth with those front kicks again. Such a long leg, beautifully timed.
Chung Hao Mung from Jiangsu, China. The 14th ranked lightweight in the world. Schroth outlanding Meng in both rounds 1 and 2, and so far in round 3 as well.
Yeah, especially with those knees. And when he mixes them behind kicks, they've been doing a lot of good damage.
I'm impressed by both these fighters' stamina. Still throwing lots of punches and throwing them hard too. And the left hand goes through the guard of Schroth. Meng really wants to land that back fist.
Yeah, he's tried it so many times. Schroth slowed down. This is where Meng's starting to pick it up.
I'm being told there was a scoring issue with one of the judges that didn't register. That's why we didn't see the scores after round 2. But it is open scoring here tonight as that left sneaks through for Schroth. But credit to Chenghao Meng, who's going for the gusto here in the 3rd round.
That front kick's been landing well for him all fight.
10 seconds to go here in round 3, and the front kick was a good one for the German. A good fight to start the night here as Pascal Schroth rather, came out and delivered, or so it seems. The judges' scores when we return to Guangzhou, China, and the Glory Super Fight Series.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, kicks, and knees. Regular bouts are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5, and each round is 3 minutes of action. Outfight your opponent for 10-9. Knock them down for 10-8. In a normal bout or tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just knock your opponent out. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Clinching is okay if you follow up with a knee. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
We're back to Guangzhou, China. Our first fight in the books as we look at highlights from Chenghao Meng and Pascal Schroth.
Well, the first round seemed like Meng was pushing, seemed like the fresher fighter, power kicks and punches, but Schroth did a good job at staying technical, staying defensive, and landing some good knees inside the clinch range. Round 2 was a better round for Schroth, landed good right hands mixed with those knees. Meng just kept coming forward, trying to land his hands. Round 3, I felt, was a better round for Meng. Was still able to push forward, but there he ate that beautiful front kick that Schroth landed most of that fight. It'll be interesting to see how the judges score this one.
Here are the statistics from Meng versus Schroth, and as you can see, it was the German who landed more kicks and more knees, but total strikes landed by 19. It edges to Schroth.
This is Schroth really focusing on the head of Meng, probably from a lot of his boxing and a lot of those front kicks.
Let's go into the ring now, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. They score this bout 30-27 Meng, 30-27 Schroth. And our final 3 judges, 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Pascal Schroth.
最终结果，北方胜，Pascal 施罗斯。
So Pascal Schroff did what he said he was going to do, Joe. A nice win for him, beating the sniper in China.
Yeah, and the scorecards were a little all over the place. One judge had it 30-27 Meng, the other had it 30-27 Pascal Schroff. But regardless, excellent debut for Pascal Schroff.
And it seems like at least the right guy won this one.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, so one fight in the books. We still got 6 more to go here from Guangzhou, China. And still to come, it's a bantamweight bout between Jia Lu and Jaja Suri, one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters on the planet. But first, the man known as the War Cop, Lei Xia, gets ready for one of the toughest fights of his life as he faces the second-ranked featherweight on the planet, Pechpanerong Kiat Mukau, who vows to wow this Chinese crowd with another impressive knockout. Saturday, October 28th from Lyon, it's France versus the rest of the world at Glory 47 Super Fight Series. Anessa Mexen takes on Funda Alcaeus in women's action. Plus, top French featherweight Dylan Salvador takes on Holland Zachary Zugari. Zugari is fresh off a win, but the charismatic Frenchman is always dangerous. Glory 47 Super Fight Series, Lyon, France, Saturday, October 28th. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And first to make his way to the glory ring, Pechpanerong!
亲爱的观众朋友们，接下来我们要进行的是一场68公斤级自由搏击的超级战。首先，让我们请出来自泰国的佩帕农。
Pechpanerong Kiat Mukau, currently the #2 ranked featherweight in the world, Joe, but many feel he should be #1 after losing a very controversial decision in a world title fight to the current champion, Robin van Roosmalen.
Yeah, what Pechpanerong has is a southpaw left kick that gives a lot of people problems. It's very powerful and it really slows you down, and that's how he takes his approach, and fighting Robin was the same approach. So he feels he needs to be a little bit more aggressive for the glory scoring, and that's how he's adapted since that loss with Robin van Roosmalen.
Now please welcome to the glory ring, Lei Xia!
那他的对手来自中国，绰号战警谢来。
Lei Xia making his glory debut, but he does have 67 professional fights, and what a way to throw him into the fire, so to speak. It's a baptism by fire as he squares off against the #2 ranked featherweight in the world. But Lei Xia told us, listen, the rankings are just a number to me. What happens in the ring is what matters, and people will see I belong at the top of this division.
It's definitely a tough fight. Not only is Pechpanerong experienced, he has that southpaw left kick, but let me tell you, Shea is very technical and very physically strong.
This is our tail of the tape for our second fight, coming to us out of the featherweight division, and it's Lei Xia, who has a slight height and reach advantage.
And with professional experience, it's the crazy amount of fights for Pechpanerong with 194 at only 22 years old, but 67 fights is still a lot of experience for the 25-year-old Shea.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in this catchweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. This 4-time Thai national champion stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.71 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 147.5 pounds, 66.9 kilos. Fighting out of Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, introducing H264.
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1米7，年龄22岁，来自泰国佩帕隆。
Here now is his opponent fighting out of the white corner, a national Sanda champion. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, 1.75 meters. He weighed in at 149.5 pounds, 67.9 kilos. Fighting out of China, ladies and gentlemen, it's the War Cop, Lei Xia.
他的对手白方身高1米75，年龄25岁，他是 WF 洲际金腰带拥有者 ，WCK 洲际金腰带拥有者，来自中国谢雷。
And the third man in the ropes, your referee is Paul Nichols.
场上裁判保罗。
Understand the rules that you're fighting to. Take yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Any questions? Touch gloves if you like. Break. Judge, timekeeper.
Lei Xia, you can see with a smile on his face, calls this a historic moment in his life, his glory debut, and he comes out kicking.
Yeah, those are those explosive Sanda kicks that he has. Both guys really known for being powerful kickers. But Papanarung has really been focusing on his boxing. He won a tournament, Thai Army boxing tournament. So he really is wanting to improve his boxing and his aggression.
There's a problem with the cable cord from the camera there. We'll get that fixed. As Lei Xia, who spent a lot of time in military school, faces Pechpanamrong Kiatmukau, who is still a member of the Thailand Army. Boy, you can hear the echoing of those leg kicks throughout this arena. Pechpanamrong said he's had one fight in China, and it was a fight he knocked his opponent down twice in, but still didn't get the decision. Vows not to let that happen again tonight. He's going for the knockout.
Yeah, and he's going forward. He's usually more of a counter fighter, stepping backwards, landing that left kick, but he's coming forward. And the way he's changing levels with that left kick is beautiful. He's hitting the leg and smacking the body, and then he's going to probably mix it up high.
Pechpanamrong has been working on his boxing. At least that's what he told us, is trying to do better with his hands, but then when we asked him how he's going to end this fight, he said with a kick. But why change what's working?
It's very effective.
Pound for pound, Joe, is there someone that kicks harder than Pechpanamrong?
Well, you got to think at his such a light weight, it's really hard to tell.
In his debut against Stanislav Renta, he just pulverized the left side of his body. Completely red, black, and blue. That's the first time we were introduced to the man known as the Professor. And he's only 22 years old, Joe, but has had nearly 200 pro bouts.
And he moved up with the glory rules very quickly. After his first win, went into a tournament, won both fights against two tough fighters, Ulyanov and Adamchuk. That gave him a shot against Van Roosmalen.
Another body kick, that one partially blocked by Lei Xia.
That left kick of Pechpanamrong really slows you down. That's why Shea's getting a little hesitant, because he knows that kick's coming right away. But he's trying to counter with his punches. That's his best strategy. If he's going to eat a kick, throw right back.
That's a very tough round to score.
Well, I like Pepanarung being busy with his left kick, change levels with it. I give him the advantage in that round.
Plenty of experience between these two fighters as we get to know them a little bit better, and we'll start with the Chinese Lei Xie.
Xie is very technical. You can see he's very hesitant, but Pepanarung makes it really hard for him to get anything going. But he's currently on a 4-fight win streak, and he does have a lot of confidence, but he needs to pick it up in this next round. Pepanarung, known as the Professor, as we're seeing, it's that left hard body kick from a southpaw. Best move is counter fighting, but you're seeing him being first. One of his areas of improvement he's been working on. Beautifully placed high kick. Pepanarung faked a front kick, went high. Here's Xie trying to shut down that kick with a front kick.
We'll soon see our scores from round one. It is open scoring. So the scores you'll see on your screen are official. Left kick to the body, and 4 of the 5 judges gave the first round to Pepanarung Kiatbukat. Now left hook snuck in there for Xie.
She just landed that left hook a few times. In my opinion, he should try to stay in a little bit more and box. He's moving back, which is opening to kick range. Try to stay in there and box instead of moving back.
And this is not the range you want to be at right there.
But I like that Pepanarung is coming forward. Something he talked about, and he's actually following through with it.
He says he'd much rather prefer to fight going backwards, is known as a counter striker, but in this fight, wanted to come forward, and that's exactly what he's doing. Pepanarung grew up in a very poor household in a poor part of Thailand. Says his fighting career has allowed him to take care of his family and many of his friends. Every time he wins a fight, he goes home and has a huge party for the village. He takes care of all the food, all the drinks.
He's really focused on trying to build his international name. He wants to be known as one of the best Thai fighters in kickboxing. You have Buakaw, Sittachai.
And I believe we now have blood out of the nose of Lei Xie. A lot of physicality in this match. And Lei Xie is beginning to slow it down.
A lot of clinching. I know Paul Nichols would have warned the two before, especially coming from Muay Thai backgrounds. That left kick looked like it hurt Xie.
Dropped his right elbow quickly. Hasn't lifted it since.
But that's when Pepanarung needs to change levels with it. Take that left kick to the head, mix it to the legs.
And right now, things are turning south in a hurry for the Warcock, Lei Xie.
Another dominant round for Pepanarung. Xie showing his toughness by not backing up, but he needs to stay in the pocket, try to keep landing in that boxing range.
Third and final round. Pech Panamaron Kiat Mukau in the black gloves. Lei Xia in the white. They both come out throwing strikes. Some urgency now from Lei Xia. All 5 judges gave round 2 to Kiat Mukau, so Lei Xia needs a knockdown here in round 3. Here are the total scores. 1 judge has it even, the other 4 have it 2 rounds to none for the man from Thailand, the Professor Pech Panamaron. So what should Lei Xia do now to somehow get a knockdown?
He needs to stay in boxing range. He can't shut down after that kick. Yes, they hurt, but in order to land back, you have to stay in the pocket and throw immediately.
It'll be interesting to see if Pech Panamaron indeed goes for the knockout. He was very adamant yesterday at our fighter meetings that that was the way this fight was going to end. So his corner has seen the scores, knows that he's basically got this one if he doesn't get stopped. Still to come tonight, of course, our main event, Bigfoot Silva taking on Rico Verhoeven.
Man, I'm excited for that one.
And by the way, Bigfoot's hands are literally like 2 cement blocks. It doesn't take a lot of speed or power. If you get hit with a cement block, you're going down. And he has plenty of power too. Nice front kick there from Lei Xia. Sneaky left hand there from Pech Panamaron, and back to the body he goes, and you could see the wince of pain on the face of Xia.
Yeah, I like that Pech Panamaron took an angle there. Angled out, mixed in his left kick.
So 30 seconds now for Lei Xia to find something very special. And a leaping left from Pech Panamaron.
Sends him right into the clinch.
And
Another
one.
left, yeah, well done.
Oh, and Xia with a couple of strikes landed, and that'll wake Pech Panamaron up.
He needed to get moving a little earlier.
But a nice closing salvo there for Lei Xia, who got the crowd a little excited. But Pech Panamaron just too much tonight. Seems like he's just at another level than Lei Xia. The official scores when we return. You're watching the Glory Super Fight Series from Guangzhou, China. Send it backstage to Whitney Miller, who gets us set for our women's bantamweight bout.
We're in China, and as we know, it is the birthplace of martial arts, and you can feel that backstage. The energy back here is electrifying, and what I'm talking about is the women's fight tonight. You can see behind me, and she's preparing to take on Zaza Sor-Ari, who is actually Leo Pinto's girlfriend, and she told me earlier tonight that she's calm, she's cool, she's ready for this. She's basically an expert. She has over 40 professional fights, but her opponent, Jia Lu, is also a professional and a Sanda fighter. As you can see behind me, she's warming up, ready for this. Earlier this week, she was all smiles, but right now, she has that killer instinct. 2 fighters, 2 very different styles, 2 high-level athletes. Let's see what happens.
We're back here to Guangzhou as Lei Xia and Pech Panamaron Kiat Mukau have just finished their bout. Joe, take us through the highlights.
A lot of the highlights come from Pech Panamaron's left kick. that seemed to do the most damage off the arm. He landed a few good ones just under Shea's elbow, which did good damage, trying to hit that liver. Timed right under that elbow. Shea did a better job at trying to come forward in that third round, knowing he was down 2-0. Put some good combinations near the end, but just not enough. We needed to see that intensity earlier on in the fight.
Lei Xia and Petchpenron Kiat Mukau. Here are the total strikes landed, and you can see kicks were the difference, Joe. 35 landed.
And by no surprise, is Petchpenron using that left kick to the body of Shea, and that's what did most of the damage for Petchpenron.
Now to Tim Hughes for the official scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we once again go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. 2 have it, 29-28. The remaining 3 score the bout, 30-27. A unanimous decision for your winner, Petchpenron!
裁判一致认定，黑方胜，佩帕农获胜。
Joe, what was the difference tonight in this fight?
Well, it's the power kicks of Petchpenron. I did enjoy that he came forward. I would have liked him to showcase a little bit more boxing, but we're seeing good improvements, and I know he wants to climb his way back up to another shot at Ben Roosmalen.
Well, coming up later, we make history as Glory airs for the first time ever to a global audience a professional Sanda fight. It's kickboxing, judo, and a little bit of Muay Thai all in one, and 2 of China's best face off, Hong Kong and Yang Sun. But up next, 2 female dynamos meet in a Glory ring for the first time as one of the best Muay Thai fighters ever makes her kickboxing debut versus China's Jia Lu, who promises to not let her hometown fans down. That match when we return to China. Glory finishes 2017 in knockout fashion with 3 major nights of kickboxing. October 28th, Glory 47 Leon, Artem Bahitov versus Ariel Machado in the main event. Then we go back stateside for Glory 48. Friday, December 1st, Tiffany Van Soos makes her second title defense in the Super Women's Bantamweight division. And then we conclude the year in the Netherlands. Glory 49 Rotterdam on Saturday, December 9th as heavyweights collide. Ishmael Lant and D'Angelo Marshall. 3 great events to end 2017 for Glory Kickboxing. And don't forget about Rico and Jamal Big Ben Sadiq live on pay-per-view. It is Glory Redemption.
Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the women's bantamweight division. Please welcome to the Glory ring, Zaza Soari.
接下来我们要进行的是一场女子53公斤级自由搏击的超级战。首先要出场的这位黑方选手来自泰国扎扎阿里。
You can see how excited Zaza Soari is as she makes her Glory debut. Joe, quite frankly, she got bored fighting in Thailand. She was dominating the competition. She wants to go global.
Yeah, she's had a hard time fighting more female fighters in Thailand, but this is actually her first kickboxing fight, and she's actually motivated by the new changes in rules.
And now making her way to the Glory ring, Jia Lu.
他的对手来自中国刘佳。
All Jia Lu, known as Lucky Star here in China, wearing some traditional garb. It is her Glory debut as well, but she's had 2 kickboxing bouts, won them both, including one via knockout.
She has more of a Sanda style, where Zaza's more Muay Thai, so she feels that her advantage in that fight is that Muay Thai is usually a little slower, so she's going to use her Sanda speed to take the advantage in this fight.
Here is our tale of the tape for this woman's bantamweight bout. Jia Lu from China and H264 from Thailand, who holds a 3.5 reach advantage.
Zaza also has more professional experience with 39 fights to the only 2 of Jia Lu.
Ladies and gentlemen, this battle of the bantamweights is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, the 3-time world champion, stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, 1.65 meters, and weighed in at 116.5 pounds, 53 kilograms. Fighting out of Bangkok, Thailand, here is H264。
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1.65米，年龄24岁，她是世界职业泰拳前联盟女子轻量级世界冠军，来自泰国莎莎艾丽。
And now her opponent fighting out of the white corner, a gold medalist at the Asian Games. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, 1.60 meters, and weighed in at fight time at 116.5 pounds, 52.9 kilos. Fighting out of Hunan, China, ladies and gentlemen, the Lucky Star, Jia Lu.
对手白方身高1.60米，年龄25岁，来自中国幸运儿刘佳。
And your referee in charge of this contest is Zhang Bo.
场上裁判张博。
Right corner, blue corner. No elbow, no jab, no clinch. Okay. Judge, time people.
It's China versus Thailand, Sanda versus Muay Thai. What kind of fight do you expect to see here?
Well, Zaza's going to have a little slower pace. I can see her trying to use more of her round kicks, where Jia Lu is going to be a little bit more dynamic. So you already see her using side kicks, try to use some good hand speed.
Zaza, not just a fighter in Thailand, she also does commercials. She's a model as well. And boy, is she nasty, at least right now. Both of these women going right after it.
Well, Zaza's really good at her clinch and elbow, so that's going to be the biggest difference for her here. She's going to have to find her kicks and her boxing to do most of the work, since elbows are illegal in Glory rules.
We asked Jia Lu what she knew about H264, and the first thing she said is she's beautiful and has a nice smile.
Yeah, she was very pleasant. She's loving it. She says venturing to Glory will just allow her to meet many good people and to test herself.
And Zaza just looks so much longer, especially with her legs. Jia Lu told us that she was very nervous for this fight. Big stage for her, a big jump up in competition as well. Only her 3rd professional fight. And there's a lot of pressure for Chinese fighters to impress in China.
Absolutely. Zaza trains at Pinto Fight Studio, so she has a very experienced corner with Leo Pinto and Antoine in her corner.
The Pinto brothers, members of the Glory roster. And Zaza is trained by her boyfriend, Leo Pinto, who says, listen, I'm never satisfied with her performance. I always want her to be better. I'm surprised they're still dating. You'd hate to have your loved one constantly telling you you're not good enough. But I was married for 8 years, so I heard that all the time.
No clinch. No clinch. Fight.
Is this fight playing out the way you expected, Joe?
Well, I was expecting to see Zaza. What she's doing now is trying to use her boxing. Speaking to her, she said she's been really utilizing her boxing. She's worked a lot on her footwork. Because the footwork, she says, is the biggest challenge for her from switching to the rules. She said the first time she boxed, she felt terrible, but she's a quick learner.
And a nice right hand there by Lou. Best punch of the fight. Snap the head back of Ari, and there's another one.
Yeah, she's trying to time those kicks. That's how you're going to shut those kicks of Zaza down.
That's exactly what you said in our last fight with Pech Panamarong, but it wasn't being done, and Lou did it perfectly there.
Yeah, that's the way you shut down those kicks. You have to really step in and use those counter punches.
She almost timed them to land the same time as the kick. And let's get to know these fighters a little bit better, and we start with the Lucky Star.
Yeah, she has her fighting style as a former brawler, and you can see that with her, where she wants to really get inside, get her boxing going, and she likes that side kick. She's landed it a few times in that first round. Zaza Sor Ari, as we mentioned, with the Pinto Fight Studio, coached by her boyfriend Leo Pinto. Very technically aggressive. She's using good kicks and mixing up her boxing really well, but she needs to stay out of that clinch.
It seemed like the round was going Zaza's way until the last 10 to 15 seconds. Be interesting to see how our 5 judges score it. Another high kick right out of the gate from Ari.
Good forward pressure from Zaza.
3 judges gave round 1 to Lou, the other 2 to Ari. So a very close contest here.
Jalu going right back to that straight right.
So what would your message have been in the corner of Zaza Sor Ari, knowing that Lou is trying to time that punch right when you're throwing your kick?
Well, she's got to set her kicks up. Maybe use boxing to pin the punches of Jalu and then mix in her kicks. But to lead with her kicks like that, Jalu's just waiting there, so she has to mix it up, set it up differently.
Total strikes landed. You can see it's Lou with the punches and the kicks, at least according to the fight metrics. A bit surprising. It seemed like Ari had several more kicks landed. We've got a cut already. That is pretty deep. It's not in the most dangerous area, though, is it, Joe?
Well, if it drips through the eye, it seems like it's going around the eye. Could have been from an elbow, a headbutt. But Jalu has that brawling style, and that's what's been working well for her.
You can hear Lou saying, "I'm okay, I'm okay." Let's see where it happened here, Joe.
Throwing in a side kick.
Couldn't really tell there.
No. Did it clip Zaza's elbow?
Correct me if I'm wrong here, Joe, but the doctor should just step up and either say, yes, she can continue, or no, she can't. I don't know why she's allowed to get medical treatment right now.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I mean, are they going to stitch it up, or what's going to happen here? That elbow right there.
That's the grazing elbow.
The left elbow of Ari, right across the forehead.
Her Muay Thai fights, most of her finishes are with elbows. That one wasn't planned.
Joe, what is the rule here when a doctor checks on a cut?
Well, they're taking a long time, and I even feel like Lu's cornerman is there giving her instructions as well.
I mean, our DJ's playing music. Let's get this party started.
They're even bringing a medical doctor in.
Maybe because it was judged to be an illegal elbow. Is that the issue?
Could be. We need to get clearance on that. But it was definitely from that elbow just grazing the forehead of Lu. Our photographer, James Law, getting right in the action.
To me, she's fine to fight. This is really bizarre stuff. Well, we're gonna fight. Apparently they have stopped the fight. We're gonna try and get some clarification, but meanwhile we'll take a break, figure things out, and get the official decision when we return here to Guangzhou. Let's go backstage now as Whitney Miller spoke to Bigfoot Silva just moments ago.
Bigfoot, this is your very first kickboxing match, and you are taking on the king of kickboxing. How do you prepare for that?
Oh, I prepared very well for this fight. Rico, for me, is the #1 of the kickbox right now. He's a big champ of the Glory. Now I'm training very seriously for that, for him, and I'm very well prepared for this fight.
Speaking of being prepared, we all know his leg kicks are damaging. What's your answer for his leg kicks?
Oh yeah, his legs, he's so heavy, and we need to be careful with his low kick, high kick, but we train a lot of defense and surprise him with good hands.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We're back now in Guangzhou, China. Let's look at the highlights from what was turning out to be a great fight between Jia Lu and Zaza Soeri.
Yeah, Zaza started well, landed good kicks, but Lu started coming in more and trying to land that right hand over and over again. And she did a good job landing it, which gave her the first round. 3 out of the 5 gave her the first round. Second round, she started coming aggressive with her boxing. Zaza did a good job at staying long with her kicks until Lu came in and that elbow grazed her forehead. And we're going to get the official decision soon.
Here is the strike count. You can see Jia Lu landed 44 strikes compared to 22 for Zaza. Let's go into the ring with Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. This bout has been stopped due to a cut that was caused by an accidental foul and is therefore ruled a no contest.
亲爱的观众朋友们，由于白方意外的受伤，所以裁判终止了比赛。
Joe, what do you make of a no contest because of an illegal elbow?
Well, it is unfortunate, but I felt like the cut was in a place that was fine, wasn't really affecting her vision, but not too sure. I guess fighter safety comes first.
One more look at the left elbow there. And that's apparently enough to stop the fight, even though Jia Lu wanted to continue, and I'm sure Zaza did as well, and so did this crowd. We all wanted it to. But c'est la vie. Coming up later, ladies and gentlemen, it's our welterweight bout between Zhang Jiago and Alan Scheinson. Scheinson with an incredible knockout ratio, 38 knockouts in just 49 fights. But first, it's the first professional Sanda fight ever broadcast by Glory. Two of China's best Sanda fighters battle it out for national superiority. Hong Xing Kong and Yang Sun Do battle next.
Live on UFC.tv, Saturday, December 9th.
It's over!
It's Jamal Big Ben Zadid
I feel them once is nothing.
taking on Rico, the king of kickboxing Verhoeven for the heavyweight title.
Yeah, it's redemption.
Glory Redemption, Saturday, December 9th, only on UFC.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, Glory Kickboxing now proudly presents for the first time ever a professional Sanda bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. First to make his way to the Glory ring, Yang Sun.
亲爱的观众朋友们，接下来是要在格劳瑞的拳台上第一次呈现的60公斤级职业散打的比赛。比赛双方的运动员都来自中国，首先要请出孙杨。
Here comes Yang Sun, 20-9 overall with 5 knockouts. Says he feels pressure tonight, not just to win this fight, but to make it exciting.
He's a very young fighter, still newer to the Sanda, and he's fighting one of the best Sanda fighters in the world, so he has a big challenge in front of him, hoping that his youth plays advantage for him.
And here comes his opponent, Hong Xing Kong.
他的对手黄兴。
Once again, this is a Sanda rules fight, Joe. This is not kickboxing. What will the difference be?
Well, the big difference is you're going to see in Sanda is they're going to allow throwing. So in the clinch, they're going to try to throw. They're going to use sweeps, takedowns. And you're going to see a lot more kicks and punches in close range. But you're looking at here one of the best Sanda fighters to do it. He's multiple-time national champion. He won the World Sanda Championships in 2015.
Hong Xing Kong, 26 years old. Here's our tale of the tape in this Sanda fight in the featherweight division. Hong Xing Zhong with a 2.5-inch read advantage. He's also an inch taller.
Kong also has more professional experience, 47 fights to the 29 of Sun. Taking a look at the Sanda rules, we're going to see Sanda is part of the national sporting system. China has many different schools, and some of the schools even have 40,000 students. Fighters can score points with foot sweeps, strips, or by throwing opponents to the canvas. Knee strikes are not allowed.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present for the first time ever a professional Sanda bout, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.70 meters. He weighed in at 132.5 pounds and even 60 kilograms. Fighting out of Chongqing, China, it's the Flash, Yong-Soon.
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1.70米，年龄22岁，职业战绩20胜9负5次 KO， 来自中国孙杨。
Here now is his opponent fighting out of the white corner at 5 feet 8 inches tall, 1.73 meters. He weighed in at 131.5 pounds, 59.5 kilos. Again, fighting out of China, it's Hongxing, the mastermind, Kong.
来访身高1.73米，年龄26岁，职业战绩43胜4负12 KO， 来自中国洪兴。
The referee in charge of this contest is Guo Yi.
场上裁判郭毅。
The best way I could describe Sanda, Joe, is it's a mix of kickboxing, judo with a little bit of Muay Thai sprinkled in.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. The way these guys can throw you in the clinches, just incredible.
So the mastermind, Hong-Sing Kong, wearing the white gloves, Yong-Soon in the black.
In the clinch, they're only allowed 3 seconds, so within that 3 seconds, you're going to see them trying to sweep and throw. But both guys prefer the striking aspect over the throwing. Kong wants to use his experience here, where Sun's trying to...
Oh, and a nice head kick knockdown and possibly a knockout! What a shot from Hong-Sing Kong! And that's it!
Beautifully timed high kick.
Amazing stuff from Kong. This could have been a full kickboxing match. We didn't see a clinch. We didn't see a takedown. We simply saw a knockout.
And just asking him, I asked him about his throwing and the striking. He said he preferred striking, and that was just a perfectly timed head kick. Wow.
And the medical staff quickly out to check on Yong-Soon, the 22-year-old, flat on his back. You can see the concern from Hong-Sing Kong as well. Here is that knockdown and knockout. Watch this.
From that southpaw, that left kick just came up top. It looked like Soon wanted to block a body kick, put his hands down, and that's opened up that high kick perfectly.
Right in the temple as well. Boom!
Kong does have kickboxing experience. In 2013, he has an extra round decision win over Sanchai in kickboxing rules. So you got to know how big and how dangerous Kong is.
So the first Sanda fight we've ever shown here on Glory Kickboxing lasts about 20 seconds. Hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. There is Hong-Sing Kong, winner by KO in round number 1. We make it official when we return to Guangzhou. Earlier we heard from Bigfoot Silva, now to his opponent tonight, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven. let's make this thing official. We go back into the Glory Ring and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout officially comes to an end with a time of 35 seconds of the very first round and ends by knockout. For your winner, Hong Kong.
红方选手，白方选手孔红星在第一回合35秒KO获胜，孔红星获胜。
Well, Joe, that Sonda fight looked pretty much the same as a kickboxing fight until that backflip there.
Yeah, I was excited to see some of the throws and some of the different rule changes. This would have been my first time watching a Sanda fight live. But man, I could watch this high kick knockout over and over again. And it felt like Soon thought that kick was coming more to the body. But Kong had a different path in mind, took it right up top for the knockout.
And that is all she wrote. Hong Kong said, I want to entertain the crowd tonight, and he certainly did that with an explosive left head kick knockout. And a perfectly landed backflip to boot.
And he comes from one of the biggest Sanda schools, Tagu, which has over 40,000 students.
Later tonight, it's China versus the United States as Wei Zhu, who's never lost, puts his perfect record on the line as he meets the only American on the card, Andre Walker, who has promised to use his lightning-quick hands to dismantle his opponent in his own home country. But first, another Glory debutante, Shanghai Gao, looks to impose his Chinese Sanda style on the hard-hitting Argentinian, Alan Scheinson, who promises to knock Gao out. That's next. Glory closes out 2017 in grand style. December 9th from the Netherlands, it's Glory Redemption. Heavyweight champion Rico, the king of kickboxing Verhoeven, 5-time defending champ, takes on the second-ranked Jamal Big Ben Sadiq. Also, the rematch of 2016's Fight of the Year, Michael Dute and Daniel Alunga, and then the big men doing battle in a can't-miss event. It's Glory Redemption, Rico and Big Ben, Saturday, December 9th, live on pay-per-view.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now for the welterweights. Please welcome to the Glory Ring, Alan Scheinson.
这是一场75公斤级自由搏击的超级战。首先，请出来自阿根廷的阿伦·谢恩森。
Alan Scheinson, 77% knockout percentage. That's right, 37 of 48 career wins by fire.
Yeah, he has a real good power style fighting, training out of Hemmer's Gym in Holland. Moved from Argentina to get the best kickboxing training he can. And you're going to see him really try to land that power. This is his third time entering the Glory Ring. He is 0-2, but he did fight some of the biggest in the division with his debut against Karim Ben Mansour, a loss that could have went either way. And he had a very close split decision loss against the new champion, Myrtle Grunhart, which he wants back.
And now making his Glory debut, Shanghai Gao.
迎战他的对手来自中国，绰号下山虎，高山海。
Shanghai Gao, making his glory debut, but plenty of experience, Joe, 41 fights.
Yeah, he's going to bring more of a Sanda-style fight, so his fight's going to be more about Chinese Sanda versus more Dutch-style kickboxing. Gao comes from the biggest Sanda school in Chagao, which has over 40,000 members, and if you see some of the footage of these guys training, it's just incredible. Gao's also part of the provincial and national team here in China.
Here is our tale of the tape. Shanghai Gao versus Alan Scheinson, and all things pretty even.
Scheinson having an edge in professional experience, 53-41, but that beautiful 77% knockout ratio, Scheinson has a big advantage.
We are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.81 meters, and weighed in at fight time at an even 165 pounds, 74.9 kilos. He's here tonight in Guangzhou, fighting out of Argentina. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Alan Superboy Scheinson.
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1.81米，年龄26岁，来自阿根廷，阿兰·辛恩森。
Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, standing 6 feet even, 1.83 meters. He weighed in at 164 pounds, 74.4 kilos. Fighting out of China, here is Shanghai, the Tiger, Gao.
白方身高1.83米，年龄27岁，绰号下山虎，高上海。
And your referee once again is Atsushi Onari.
场上裁判欧纳瑞·阿苏士。
Shanghai Gao, who has 5 knockouts in his 37 wins, said, listen, I always go for the knockout. But Joe, the difference is he goes for the knockout. Scheinson gets the knockout.
Yeah, and it's that power that Scheinson has that makes him very dangerous. And he's going to go right to it, standing right in the pocket.
Scheinson promised us this fight would not go the distance. Both of his fights in Glory, as you mentioned, Joe, very close split decision losses.
And to have a split loss against Grunhardt is very, it's a great achievement to have. But Scheinson's not happy with it.
He felt he won that fight, Joe.
Yeah.
Many others did too.
Yeah, he's really good at using his low kicks, and that's one of his best weapons.
So Scheinson fought Kareem Bin Mansour, one of the top 5 ranked fighters in the world at that time, lost split decision to him, and then fought the current champion and lost a split decision. So he's certainly right up there, but he is currently ranked 12th. So far, we've seen more Sanda style fighting in this fight than we actually did in the Sanda fight.
Gao's really good at just staying on the outside and then counter-punching. That's why you see Scheinson trying to pressure him, controlling the center of the ring. Doesn't want him to give him the chance to move in and out.
Good body kick from Gao. The right side of Scheinson's face showing redness. And Gao might be warned here in a minute if he does that sweep throw again.
Seems to be slowing Scheinson down.
Nice 1-2 there from Scheinson. We're still trying to figure Gao out.
Now Gao moves on angles in and out. He's hitting. He doesn't give you the chance to just stay there and throw.
Whoa, and that left hand wobbled Scheinson a little bit. We've been talking about Scheinson's power, and it's Gal's who's on display right now.
Gal has some really good timing. He's timing Scheinson as he comes in.
But Gal needs to be careful. You don't want to open up too much against Scheinson. Again, there's a throw, and I'm surprised we don't get a warning at least here.
I'm very surprised. Scheinson still continuing coming forward.
A great opening round for Shanghai Gao, known as the Tiger.
Yeah, he's very explosive. He's really using his timing, his speed really well, and that seems to be the difference in that first round.
There was the left hand grazed right across the chin.
Yeah, it wasn't a power shot, but it's that speed and timing. Just as Scheinson walks in, he landed that. But Scheinson is continuing to come forward. He needs to keep throwing. When he is throwing those low kicks, he's doing well. But Gao doing a good job at shutting that power and output right down.
Nearly got a knockdown, did Shanghai Gao. Let's go to the judges' scorecards here momentarily. If you're just joining us, open scoring in effect tonight. You'll see the scores on your screen. The fighters will be aware of the scores as well, and they are official from our 5 judges. And I'd be willing to bet a large sum of money. It'll be 5 judges scoring the first round for Gao.
That's 2 times.
And I'm wrong. 1 judge actually gave that round to Scheinson. Nevertheless, 4 rounds giving it to Gao, so Scheinson with some work to do. Look at Gao go.
Good speed in his hands, mixing different kicks.
So what would your advice be right now to Scheinson?
Well, he needs to press a little bit more. He's coming forward, but I need to see him press a little more and keep up with those low kicks. But it's Gao that makes the fight really awkward. He doesn't stand there. He's going to clinch up with you or move. And I think that's what's giving Scheinson the hardest issue to get anything going.
Little snapping jab there from Scheinson connected.
Scheinson's waiting a little long. I want to see him be first.
Again, Gao needs to be careful with those looping punches. 1 shot from Scheinson changes this entire fight.
You can see the Sanda background of Gao, because when he comes in, he gets his hand in a good clinch position to throw you.
I would imagine you train your whole life in a certain style, and then someone says, hey, you can't do that anymore. It's quite difficult to change.
Absolutely.
Almost like a Muay Thai fighter being told you can't throw elbows. Spinning attack there from Gao.
Scheinson landing some overhand rights.
You think this is fatigue from Scheinson, or is he just waiting for the perfect opening?
I'm not too sure. He seems a little bit more fatigued. He is landing some good overhand rights. But doesn't seem to have that power to really stun Gao. Nice right uppercut.
And Scheinson was telling us he was still cutting significant amounts of weight prior to the weigh-in, so maybe he got a little drained, a little dehydrated.
Usually he's busier and able to put more combinations together, but he seems to be content waiting and throwing single shots.
And there's the lightweight champion of the world for Glory, Sitthichai Sitsongpeenong, who just won a fight a couple of weeks ago. And he's looking dapper in the black-on-black combination.
He's definitely one of the most vicious southpaw left kickers in the game. Excited to see Sitthichai back.
And in the corner right now for Alan Scheinsen is Pascal Schroth, the German who won the first fight of the night. And a good knee right hand from Scheinsen.
Off the clinch, he tried to land that left high knee. Followed up with that right hand. Being warned, because he keeps hitting after the bell. It's happened 2 or 3 times. Referee Onari warning Scheinsen.
Who did you give that second round to, Joe?
Well, I still think it's Gao. He's busier, he's landing more, and he's moving. He's getting hit less. He seems to be doing more of the damage.
Scheinsen ducks out of the way of that high kick. And they exchange hooks. Our judges' scorecard, 3 of the judges give it to Scheinsen, so let's see the totals right now. And this is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. It's anyone's fight here in round 3.
The referees must be really valuing Scheinsen coming, the judges are valuing Scheinsen coming forward. Even though Gao is throwing, a lot of them are off Scheinsen's guard.
And you can tell that Dutch style that Scheinsen imposes, and we've got a lot of blood all of a sudden. I wonder if that was caused by a headbutt. I was going to say, Scheinsen just kind of stays in the pocket with his guard up, whereas Gao bounces in and out and side to side.
Yep, that's that Dutch style versus the Sanda style. Scheinsen saying it was a headbutt.
Now, earlier, a fight was stopped between Jia Lu and Zaza Sorari because of an inadvertent elbow, which is illegal. Hopefully they don't stop this one because of an inadvertent headbutt.
This cut seems to be in a more dangerous spot because it's closer to the eye and the blood can trickle down.
It doesn't quite seem as deep, though.
Huh. I don't see the headbutt.
So the referee just told one of the judges ringside that he is okay. So we will continue this fight. Why the women's fight didn't continue and this one does, I'm not sure, but I'm happy about it as we go into the final couple minutes here of round 3.
Scheinsen going right to the low kicks. Maybe that cut motivated him to push a little bit forward and land and throw more. No takedowns.
You can see the grimace on Scheinsen's face. He's starting to get angry.
And he's doing really well. Gao opening up with his boxing, but good defense from Scheinsen.
Haven't seen a lot of those inside low kicks. Another close round.
Gao's not moving back anymore. He knows it's close. So he needs to stay and exchange.
Oh, and a mouthpiece came flying out. So the clock will stop as they clean the mouthpiece and put it back in. And I tell you, referee, Onari Atsushi, has been jumping in very quick to separate these fighters. On more than one occasion, he's gotten in the crossfire.
It's a convenient time for this break, because this is a very important 30 seconds left in this fight. It's up in the air. The fight could come down to this last 20 seconds.
And it's Gal who's going right after Scheinson. Ten seconds to go. High kick from Scheinson. What do you think, Joe?
Well, it's very close. And I felt it's going to be tough to score because it was Gao being busier on the outside, Scheinson pressuring. So it's whatever the judges are valuing more here in China.
The official decision when we return here to Guangzhou, China in the Glory Super Fight Series. We've got those audio issues cleared up. Let's hear now from the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven.
Rico, your opponent, Bigfoot Silva, is a very well-known MMA fighter. Do you feel as though you're not only representing yourself tonight, but kickboxing as a whole?
Of course, because, yeah, like you said, he's an MMA legend. And if he beats me, then it's not good for the kickboxing world. So it's not going to happen.
So you are a 35-1 favorite according to the odds, which is huge. What are the chances of Bigfoot lasting the full 3 rounds with you?
Zero chance. But in the end, you know, you never, for me, you don't look at the ratings and the odds and stuff like that, because it's a fight. It can go all sides. You know, if I just not focus for 1 second, the fight could be over.
Well, good luck tonight, Rico.
Thanks, appreciate it.
That was Rico Verhoeven, and you heard him say 0 chance that Bigfoot survives 3 rounds. We'll find out pretty soon. Now for some highlights here from our Gao versus Scheinson fight.
Yeah, and it was all about Scheinson coming forward. This was the early nice left hand that Gao landed as Scheinson came in. That was the best strike of the first round. Second round, Scheinson getting warned for hitting after the bell. Third round was very close. Both guys knew it was up in the air. Both decided to stay and try to get as many points as they can.
Very interesting point. I was just informed that Shanghai Gao was deducted a point. I'm not sure if it was because of the constant throwing or because of the headbutt. Either way, Gao was deducted a point, so keep that in mind as we're about to go to the judges' scorecards. There's a look at the strikes by round.
And both guys really headhunting, taking most of the damage up top.
Back into the ring now, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. They score this bout 29-27 Gao, 30-26 Scheinson. One judge scores it even, 28-28, and the 2 remaining judges have it 29-27 for your winner by majority decision, Alan Scheinson.
裁判最终裁定阿兰希恩森获胜。
There you have it, Alan Scheinson getting his first Glory win. A lot of pressure off his back, and he's got really valued and rewarded for his forward pressure and low kicks.
Some interesting scorecards. That point deduction did certainly make a difference, but the Superboy does win his first Glory match in his 3rd Glory fight. Coming up later, it is our main event of the evening. The king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven, who hasn't lost in Glory in 5 years, faces one of his biggest opponents ever, the mountain of a man, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, who vows to shock the combat sports world tonight. But first, Wei Zhu brings in a perfect record into his glory debut, and he takes on an explosive performer, the rising star out of America, Andre Walker, who intends to fight fire with fire and deliver a knockout.
This middleweight matchup scheduled once again for 3 3-minute rounds. Now on his way to the glory ring, here is Andre Walker.
首先，让我们请出来自美国的安德烈·沃克。
Joe, we spoke to every fighter on the card yesterday, but none were more confident than Andre Walker, who vows to put on an explosive performance here tonight.
Yeah, he has 2 glory fights, one of them on the main card at Glory 21. The other tough one, great KO win at the Glory 37 LA undercard, but he's been training, he's got experience in multiple martial arts, and he's ready to make his name in Glory kickboxing.
Here comes his opponent, Wei Zhu.
他的对手来自中国，职业战绩5战全胜，有请周薇。
Wei Zhu, fighting out of the Jiangsu province, 5-0 in his kickboxing career. He also has a professional Sanda career, but vows to focus on kickboxing going forward and wants to make a statement tonight as well in front of his hometown fans against the American Andre Walker.
He wants to make that statement by getting a knockout. He says he doesn't care who he's facing. There's only one thing on his mind, and that's to get the finish. He says he's going to use a lot of heavy punches to set up the high kick finish.
Says he's just as good at taking a punch as he is landing a punch, and that's sometimes just as important. And here is our tail of the tape for this fight tonight. The 187-pound middleweight division, Wei Zhu and Andre Walker. And look at the reach advantage, a full 8 inches for Walker.
We are once again scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, his young professional record. 2 wins with 1 loss, but both of those wins have come by knockout. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 185 pounds, 84 kilograms. He comes to China tonight, fighting out of Orange County, California, USA. Here is Andre Walker.
荣耀格斗85公斤级自由搏击超级战，首先介绍黑方选手，身高1.88米，年龄31岁，来自美国安德烈·沃克。
His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, brings a perfect professional record to the ring. 5 fights, 5 wins. He stands 6 feet 1/2 inch tall, 1.84 meters, and he weighed in at 185 pounds, 83.9 kilos. Fighting out of Jiangsu Province, China. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Wei the Cannon Joe.
白方选手身高1.84米，年龄27岁，职业战绩5战全胜，来自中国重炮手周威。
And once again, your referee is Paul Nichols.
场上裁判保罗·尼克斯。
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Take yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? Touch the gloves if you like. Judge. Stall back.
Well, Joe, they both promised a knockout tonight. In your opinion, who's more likely to get it?
Well, they both have really good chances. I think it's going to be from the boxing of Walker if he lands it, and could be from the kicks of Joe.
Walker competed in the Golden Gloves tournament growing up in New York, fought in Madison Square Garden, and said if he wins tonight, wants to get right back in the ring and return December 1st when Glory goes to Madison Square Garden. Right now, it's Joe who's landing the better punches.
Yeah, he's coming in with his boxing. He says he's going to use the boxing, and then he's going to slip in a nice high kick.
Well, I tell you what, for a pro boxer, Walker sure holds his hands low.
Yeah, his corner's telling him to stay away from, out of the kick range, and that's where he wants to use his jab and move to try to shut down Joe's kicks. But Joe seems totally content with just boxing.
Nothing to discourage him from doing that so far. Walker shaking it off, saying it's not hurting me.
Using his footwork to get out of those corners.
It was an interesting stare down at the weigh-ins yesterday. Wei Zhou, pretty demonstrative, making a lot of movements, some nervous energy. And Walker said, listen, he's just doing that because he's nervous. Had to burn some of that energy off.
Yeah, he had some yelling and screaming there.
But right now, Joe does not look nervous at all, taking it right to Walker.
Nope, just mixed in a low kick, both southpaws.
I don't think Walker expected this type of fight at all.
I'm curious if Joe can keep this pace, because he hasn't really stopped throwing.
That's ruled a slip by our referee, Paul Nichols.
Walker's corner yelling for the jab again. He's got to stay away from those corners. His corner's asking him to jab and move. Stay away from the ropes.
Walker, born in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Grew up in New York, now resides in Orange County, California.
There's the jab that the corner's asking for. Showcasing some good head movement.
Yeah, Walker said, listen, I'm going to establish the jab in this fight. Wasn't able to do that in round 1.
No, near the end he found some success with it, but Joe's just constantly coming forward. not giving Walker any space. Here's some of that forward pressure of Joe. Not much landing, and a lot of energy expended there.
That's where Walker shook his head, no, no, no.
Both guys exchanging kicks. We didn't really see too many kicks this round. But Walker looking got the advantage in that one.
Let's learn a little bit more about each of these fighters, starting with the Cannon.
The Cannon is trained to deliver powerful strikes. We're seeing a lot of his boxing right now. He fractured his ribs during his bout last March, and he had to hold on to win the fight, so just to show his toughness.
As for Andre Walker, said he likes to pressure the opponent into making mistakes. And as I mentioned, loves the jab. Let's see if we see more of it in round 2. Walker not really putting a lot on his punches either.
No, he's staying busy with his punches. He's trying to score as much as he can to keep Gao off of him.
There's the official scores. Wei Zhou, according to 4 judges, took round 1.
There always seems to be one judge ruining the perfect streak.
Let's see if Walker settles into this round. Maybe he was just letting Wei Zhou burn off that energy.
So Walker's landed some good knees. I think that's one of the adjustments his corners asked for, because he's already thrown 3 or 4 in the second round. It's a good strategy. As Zhou's coming in with his boxing, he's open for knees to the body. Not much power behind those punches from both guys.
Look at Zhou. Even if Walker's blocking some of those punches, or even most of them, it doesn't look good.
No, it's the judges are scoring. Zhou being busier, landing more often, coming forward more.
Walker putting a little bit more on that punch combination.
Back to those knees.
Walker fighting out of the southpaw stance. There's a kick. You could hear his corner saying, keep going after the liver.
Well, he's so tall. That's where the jab and the kick comes. Well. Not enough power behind Walker's shots to slow Zhou down. Front kick, another great weapon to keep away a forward fighter.
Another nice shot to the liver by Walker.
Walker needs to keep up with kicks and knees.
Another good round for Wei Zhou.
Some of the action from the second round, similar to the first round. Zhou just kept coming forward with his boxing, but I felt Walker did a better job this round, using his kicks and his knees, and staying a little busier with his boxing. He can't let Zhou continually come forward. He needs to answer back, and I like those front kicks and knees he landed in that round. So hopefully he gets more confidence with it and throws more in this third round.
That was our beautiful Glory Girl, Gemma, our newest Glory Girl, who joins us from New Zealand. Now to round 3, our final round. And Joe, what does Walker need to do here?
Well, he needs to keep Joe away from him. So is it front kicks? Is it knees?
He basically needs a knockdown at least, if not a knockout. Here are the judges' scores. One judge has it even. The other two have Joe ahead by 2 rounds to none.
Walker tried a front kick to the body that just slid low.
You think Walker just needs to trust the fact that he's had years and years of boxing training and just sit down on his punches and just turn this into a firefight?
Well, I'm not too sure if he has that one-punch power right now. He didn't really show it in the first round. But I think he's going to do more damage if he just kicks more. Instead of kicking the body, maybe throw some high kicks. Don't be as predictable.
We caught Joe there coming in.
I'm impressed with Joe's conditioning. He hasn't really stopped.
You were asking that question early in round 1. Can he continue this pace? And the answer is yes.
Absolutely. Not only does he keep coming forward, he just doesn't stop throwing.
And he's been landing the cleaner punches.
All his combinations come in 3s, 4s, 5s. Barely throws in singles. Everything comes in 2s, 3s, and 4s. It's those knees. That's what Walker needs. Lock your head, mix in those knees. Try not to lunge at them, but try to time Joe as he's coming in. Joe said he wanted to use his boxing to set up high kicks. We really haven't seen any high kicks. Maybe he realized Walker's a little taller than he expected.
And again, it's Joe connecting with punches, power punches too. Look at Joe go. And Walker, when he is landing punches, Joe, he's almost flat-footed when he does. There's not a lot behind him.
The jab does land, but not enough to keep Joe back.
And Walker's starting to look a little wobbly here.
Nice left hand from Joe.
Walker starting to look like Bambi out there on ice.
Not sure if it's from fatigue or from getting hit too often.
Probably a mixture of both. Let's not forget, Walker traveled halfway around the globe, about a 16-hour flight to come here from California to China. That's never an easy thing.
Well, that's definitely tough for international fighters. It's one of the hardest parts of the game.
Oh, and Walker's ready to go, but I think Joe's going to run out of time here.
Those are the best 2 punches of the fight.
A fantastic performance by the Cannon, Wei Zhou, in his Glory debut. The stamina was there, the power was there, and the activity was there for Wei Zhou. The official decision when we return. It's Lyon, New York, and Rotterdam, back-to-back-to-back. First up, France, October 28th. Then we go to Madison Square Garden, December 1st, and we close out the year in grand style. It is Glory Redemption from the Rotterdam Arena, Saturday, December 9th. Let's jump into some highlights, Joe, from this fight in the middleweight division.
Most of them coming from Wei Zhou, who just kept coming on the inside, moving forward, using his boxing. Walker did have good success using front kicks, knees,
at times his jab, but not enough to keep Joe from coming forward at him. We were questioning Joe's conditioning, but man, can he go. He didn't stop throwing. Singles aren't enough for him. He likes to throw in doubles and triples, sometimes 4 or 5 punch combinations. Just showing how tough he is. Walker not backing down.
Well, Andre Walker
himself.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. Walker told us that Wei Joe was showing nervous energy at yesterday's weigh-in. Apparently, it was real energy, and it carried over tonight into his bout. As you can see, strikes absorbed to the head, 12 more for Andre Walker. Now the official decision, and Tim Hughes.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are their totals. One judge scores at 29-28. The other 4 ringside judges have it 30-27. A unanimous decision for your winner, Wei Joe!
裁判一致认定，周伟获胜。
No surprise there, Wei Joe's glory debut, a fantastic performance against Andre Walker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get set for our massive main event. The king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven, and Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Live on UFC.tv, Saturday, December 9th.
It's over!
It's Jamal Big Ben Zadie
I beat him once, it's nothing.
taking on Rico, the king of kickboxing, Verhoeven for the heavyweight title.
Yeah, it's redemption.
Glory Redemption, Saturday, December 9th, only on UFC.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, this non-title bout in the heavyweight division of Glory is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. First to make his way to the ring, Antonio Silva.
男子重量级对决，首先请出来自巴西的安东尼奥·西瓦。
The song is appropriate if you only had one shot. And that's what Silva's banking on, Joe. One big, massive right hand to the jaw of Rico Verhoeven will shake the combat sports world.
Absolutely, but you're not just talking about any MMA fighter. You're talking about one of the biggest and best to do it. He has one of the heaviest hands in fighting, with nearly 75% of his wins have been by knockout. He has fought some of the best kickboxers in MMA. Mark Hunt, Alistair Overeem. You're talking about a fighter, the first fighter to finish Fedor Emelianenko with strikes. So this man is very dangerous and can finish you many different ways.
They call him Bigfoot, and yes, he does have a Bigfoot size 16 shoe. His hands are massive. They just engulfed mine and Joe's when we shook his hand, and he is very confident heading into this fight, Joe. Despite his recent struggles in MMA, he believes the stand-up game fits him well at this point in his career, and he's ready to make a massive statement tonight.
He's a martial artist. Not only is he an MMA fighter, he has a black belt in Shotokan Karate, in judo, and as well as a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rico Verhoeven.
下面请出他的对手，来自荷兰的踢拳之王里克·范霍温。
According to MMAOddsBreaker.com, Rico Verhoeven enters this fight as one of the biggest favorites in Glory history, nearly 35-1. But he cannot take this fight lightly. He has stressed that over and over, that he knows that Silva can beat him if he lands the big punch. But no one, Joe, seems to be able to land the big punch to the king of kickboxing.
No, he's a very intelligent fighter. He's very technical, so he's not going to take any chances against Bigfoot.
Here's our tale of the tape for this, our main event in the heavyweight division. Rico Verhoeven in the prime of his career, 28 years old. He's an inch taller than Antonio Silva, but it's Bigfoot that will have a 3-inch reach advantage.
And it's no surprise who has the professional experience, especially with kickboxing, with 61 for Rico. This is 32 fights. Those are MMA fights for Bigfoot Silva, and this is actually his kickboxing debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your headline super fight of the evening. 3 rounds in Glory's heavyweight division.
亲爱的观众朋友们，接下来要进行的是一场全世界万众瞩目的超级大赛。出战双方的运动员体重都超过了100公斤，正可谓是一场巨兽之战。
From Guangzhou
to Chicago,
it's time for glory! Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, this legendary fighter makes his Glory debut tonight in China. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.93 meters, and he weighed in at 285 pounds, 129.3 kilos. Fighting out of Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, here is Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
首先介绍黑方选手，身高1.93米，体重129.3公斤，来自巴西安东尼奥·silva。
Here now his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, bringing a professional record of 51 wins with 10 losses, 14 of those wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, 1.96 meters, and weighs 261.5 pounds, 118.7 kilos. Fighting out of the Netherlands, he is the reigning Glory heavyweight champion of the world. He is the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven.
出战的白方身高1.96米，体重118.7公斤，他是现役的格劳瑞重量级世界冠军，来自荷兰里克·范霍温。
Here now is your referee, Atsushi Onare.
场上裁判阿粗苏水。
Okay, no headbutt, no elbow, no low blow, no clinching, okay?
Antonio Silva told us the only way he can win this fight is to never take a step back. I have to pressure him from the opening bell. Let's see if he can and will do it. Antonio Silva versus Rico Verhoeven. It's our main event from Guangzhou, China.
One of the biggest factors in this fight, I feel, is going to be the low kicks of Rico. He knows how much power Bigfoot has in his hands, so he's going to stay defensive up top and chop away at the legs.
We've seen that Silva can land big kicks. He did it to Alistair Overeem, which set up his knockout in that fight.
Rico doing what he does best, controlling the center of the ring. You don't want to give Bigfoot too much space. With space, he can really set up those power punches.
And for the second time, Silva loses his footing.
And Rico's kicking those legs under him. Those are going to add up. There he goes for the outside low kick now. Back to the inside.
The one thing Silva can't afford to do is just stay at range and eat low kicks. This fight won't last long if that's the case, as he takes another one.
Well, if he's going to take one, he needs to throw his punch. Set up his heavy right hand that he's known for. But Rico knows he's intelligent. Here he's switching southpaw. I'm going to expect a left kick to the body. There it is.
Earlier tonight, when asked what the odds were that Silva would go the distance in this fight, Verhoeven said 0. And a low blow apparently delivered from Rico. Let's see the replay again. Yeah, wow.
Rico switched stances for a quick second and threw that left kick just a little too low.
A lot too low. Rico offers his apologies, accepted by Silva. And a reminder, this fight is a 3-round fight, not 5.
So it looks like Rico's going to attack the legs and then take the kick high. Just as Silva thinks the low kick's coming, he'll mix in the high kick.
A lot of pressure on Rico in this fight. Everyone expects him to win, and they expect him to look good doing it.
Yeah, he feels like he's representing more than just himself here. He feels he's having to represent kickboxing as a whole.
And Joe, you told me as we were preparing for this fight and watching tape, you said the best way to get Rico is with an uppercut. Why do you say that?
Well, in his last fight, we saw Lazar land a few good uppercuts. He has a really strong high guard, so angling off an uppercut, in my opinion, is the best shot to hit Rico with. But, you know, Rico's low kicks and his power, very intimidating. You have to fight and eat low kicks to get on the inside. He keeps his jab active, keeps chopping away.
Look at the size of Rico's thighs. 2 tree trunks, and that low kick really hurt Silva, who took a backward step, something he vowed not to do, and that low kick sends Silva down.
He decided to take Rico with him. There's those low kicks, they're starting to add up.
Well, Silva made it out of the first round, something not too many people thought he'd do. Joe, what did you make of that opening round?
Well, just as I predicted, Rico stayed very technical, knowing how and respected the power of Silva. But those low kicks are going to add up, and it's going to be a very tough round for Silva. If he makes it out of round 2, I'd be very impressed.
That's the trainer of Rico, Dennis Crowell, who told us that Rico would knock Silva out in the second round.
Yeah, this is where Rico turns southpaw. Something that I believe they're working on in their camps. And this fight would be a good time for Rico to get comfortable from that position. But all the damage is coming from that low kick. Even here, you see Bigfoot going southpaw, try to take away some of the kicking power of Rico.
Round 2 scheduled for 3 here. Rico Verhoeven and Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And Verhoeven walks into the ring tonight under somewhat strange circumstances. He already has a fight booked for December against Jamal Big Ben Sadiq. All 5 judges give round 1 to Verhoeven. And a head kick and a beauty sent Silva crunched down in the corner. He never saw it coming.
No, we saw Rico doing that in the first round. He mixed in a few high kicks. And this is what he's going to keep doing.
Let's see if Rico can put him away right here, right now, as Silva does not look too anxious to get back into the fray.
Rico showcasing a different side we really haven't seen.
Seems like just a matter of time now. Right hand, left hand, and that's it. They'll stop it. Perhaps a little premature, but it seemed like it was just a matter of moments before Verhoeven completely destroyed Antonio Silva.
Yeah, Bigfoot Silva would have went down anyways. The referee stepped in, stopped it there, but nope. Bigfoot Silva, this has been on his list for a while, and this is one of his big bucket lists in his martial arts career. He's a martial artist, and I believe in 2009 he wished he would have fought kickboxing, but he came in and he did his best against the best in kickboxing. Bigfoot came in with a little bit of pressure, mixing in uppercuts, but this is where Rico timed that perfectly timed right high kick over that left glove of Bigfoot. Bang! Right on the neck, clipping the jaw. Rico showcasing a different side. Maybe being in China, wants to mix in some of those spin kicks. But there he goes, just put it on with his hands and got the finish.
And the referee jumped in there. What did you make of the stoppage, Joe?
Well, he could have let it go a little bit more, but I felt Bigfoot would have went down anyways. But, I mean, give him a shot. I would have liked it to see it go a little longer, maybe a few more shots.
Well, some said before the fight even started, we knew Silva was going to go down. Either way, it ends by a TKO in round number 2 as Rico Verhoeven indeed remains the king of kickboxing. So now all eyes turn to December 9th for Rico as he meets another massive human being in Jamal Big Ben Sadiq. And if anything, Joe, this was a good warm-up for that bout.
Yeah, both big opponents, but Jamal Ben Sadiq is a little more of a dangerous opponent. They fought a long time ago with Sadiq getting the win, but with redemption, Rico wants that win back.
Not just a win, a knockout victory for Jamal Ben Sadiq. And he vows to do it again. We've been talking with Jamal's trainer, Nikki Hemmers, who says, listen, it's going to happen. I'm almost willing to guarantee it. Jamal Sadiq will knock Rico out again. Let's make this official now. Back into the ring, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official time of 47 seconds of that second round when our referee Atsushi Onari steps in to wave this one off for your winner by technical knockout, Rico Verhoeven.
败方选手李克在第2回合47秒技术性看腰获胜。
Rico, congratulations. What a spectacular performance. You're known for your low kick. However, you landed a spectacular head kick. Was that a part of your game plan at all?
首先非常感谢李克，非常祝贺你赢得了这场比赛，你有非常精彩的这个拳法和非常高的一个高草 ，congratulations， 非常感谢。
First of all, 你好，广州。我爱公主。No, yeah, of course, the low kicks were part of the game plan, and he's from MMA, so low kicks is a difficult game in the MMA game, so it was part of the plan. hurt him on the legs, and try to finish it on top.
Was this exactly what you expected from Silva?
Yeah, you know, coming in, throwing bombs, and that's what he did. He threw some hard kicks as well, so it was a good fight.
OK， 他说，我们的美女主持问这个李科说，你尊重你的对手吗？他说进来像一个炸弹一样，我非常的尊重他。
You have a fight in December. Now that this fight is over, what are your thoughts on the redemption match?
The redemption match is gonna be fireworks. So make sure you're tuned in the 9th of December, Ahoy Rotterdam. I'm gonna beat Jamal Ben Sadiq. I'm coming for you, baby. And don't forget, this is the first time that my oldest daughter is watching the fight. Michaela, I love you, baby.
OK， 他说在 Glory 47，在11月9号，他会打败他的对手。What's his name? 有 opponent， 有 opponent。那贾茂本萨利，他要打败他的对手。他说通过电视，通过 ESPN 向全世界175个国家的观众宣布，我要打败你。OK。
Ladies and gentlemen, Rico Verhoeven.
祝贺他。好了，现场电视机前以及网络端的观众朋友们，我们的比赛呢，稍后在9点钟以后。我们会带来4人晋级赛，其中包括我们中国著名的名将李晨晨和张成龙都会参加4人晋级赛，同时还有埃里克斯也会向西蒙马库斯发起重量级世界级金腰带的挑战。
Well, hello everyone. We'll try and speak over our Chinese ring announcer right now. Joseph Valtellini here with Todd Grisham. Rico Verhoeven, as expected, gets the knockout victory. Now all eyes on Rotterdam and his match against Jamal Sadiq.
Yeah, Jamal Ben Sadiq is a big boy, just as Bigfoot Silva is. So good warm-up for Rico. I think it's going to be the same kind of strategy for Rico, trying to use his low kicks. But let me tell you, Jamal Ben Sadiq has a lot of power in his hands. He's knocked out Rico before. Like you said before, he's confident that he can do it again.
And congratulations to Rico with his win tonight. He now has 15 in Glory, which ties Robin van Roosmalen for the most Glory wins ever. He truly is the king of kickboxing. So now everyone wants to know who can beat Rico. Is Jamal that guy?
I think he can be that guy. It's going to be very difficult. He's going to have to put a hard training camp ahead of him. Because I think you're going to need more than one shot to finish Rico. You're going to have to put more combinations together, and I think you're going to have to take him to the decision.
As for tonight's card, besides Rico Verhoeven, was there one performance, one fight that stands out in your mind tonight?
Well, I was really impressed with Wei Zhou and his conditioning, continually coming forward. The Sanda fight was fun to watch with that beautiful high kick knockout. Was hoping to see a little bit more of the throws and sweeps, but overall a great night in China.
We've been talking about the December 9th fight card. That's Glory Redemption, Rico versus Jamal. But up next, we head to Lyon, France, and what a fight it should be as Artem Vahitov returns to square off against Ariel Machado.
Yeah, Vahitov's coming off of a hand injury, so hopefully that's healed perfectly fine. But he's one of the most technical guys in the game, and I'm so excited to see him back. He's just so vicious, so dangerous, and can finish in so many different ways.
And then from Lyon, we head to New York City, Friday, December 1st, Madison Square Garden. Tiffany Van Soos will put her title on the line. Chris Camozzi, the UFC veteran, returns or comes to Glory for the first time ever, and Kevin Van Ostrand gets his first crack at Glory Gold as he'll meet Robin van Roosmalen for the featherweight championship of the world. Your thoughts on that bout?
Well, Van Nostrand looked great in his contender tournament win. Very dynamic, but it's going to be a very good and tough fight, so he's going to have to use his dynamic style to try to take Van Roosmalen out.
Also, Rotterdam, December 9th, before Redemption, we'll have Glory 49. Ismail Lant returns to Glory, and he'll face off against D'Angelo Marshall, who's probably the fastest rising heavyweight in the division right now.
Yeah, he's very big, he's very technical, good with low kicks and combination, but Lant's going to make it very tough for him. He's big, he's strong, and he's aggressive.
And on that same night in Rotterdam, it's Glory Redemption exclusively on pay-per-view. We've signed a deal on UFC television to broadcast that bout or that card all around the world. It happens in Rotterdam on December 9th. Well, hey, a quick moment to say thank you and congratulations to the entire Glory production team, especially Floris Villain and Bill Borson. This has been our most challenging show ever from a logistical standpoint, but they managed to pull everything together despite seemingly endless challenges to put on a world-class broadcast. So thanks once again to the entire team behind the scenes It was an honor working with you guys tonight. For Joseph Valtellini and Whitney Miller, I'm Todd Grisham. Good night from Guangzhou. We'll see you in Lyon, France.